I wanted to read something by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur about not giving up, and it's so interesting and so powerful, and this is from the 11th canto of Bhagavatam. And it's a verse in which Krishna explains that he understands how a sincere devotee struggles, and sometimes we're weak, we give in to weaknesses, but we don't want to, but it's just the way it is. But we sincerely endeavor, continue to endeavor, we get up and we move on. And Krishna understands that, and he doesn't hold it against us. So this is Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur showing how this kind of devotee thinks. And this thinking is amazing, and it's so valuable for us. By my previous shameful life, my heart is polluted with many illusory attachments. Personally, I have no power to stop them. Only Lord Krishna within my heart can remove such inauspicious contamination. Whether the Lord removes such attachments immediately or lets me go on being affected by them, I will never give up my devotional service to Him. Even if the Lord places millions of obstacles in my path, and even because of my offenses, I go to hell, I will never, for a moment, stop serving Lord Krishna. I am not interested in mental speculation and fruitive activities, even if Lord Brahma personally comes before me offering such engagements. I will not even be slightly interested. Although I'm attached to material things, I can see very clearly that they lead to no good, because they simply give me trouble and disturb my devotional service to the Lord. Therefore, I sincerely repent my foolish attachments to so many material things, and I am patiently awaiting Lord Krishna's mercy. So what's going on here? I want to read something he said again, because it's actually amazing, because most of us don't think like this. He says, whether the Lord removes such attachments immediately or lets me go on being affected by them, I will never give up my devotional service to Him. So what's he saying? He's saying a couple things. He's saying, okay, I'm determined to be Krishna conscious. That's very clear. It doesn't matter what happens. But he's saying, even if I'm infected by these material desires, but somehow or other I can't get rid of them, or somehow or other it's Krishna's will that they're there, I'm in this level of bhakti, this is the stage I'm in, and they're just going to be there. Okay. But even though that exists as a reality, that I have these anarthas, I'm not going to give up my determination or my enthusiasm for devotional service. Now, many of us, if we have a lot of anarthas, if we're weak in certain areas, we lose our enthusiasm for devotional service. What's the use? It's so hard. I can't struggle like this my whole life. And he's saying, I don't mind struggling like this for my whole life, because I'm so attached to devotional service, it doesn't matter what else goes on. I'm just going to do it anyway. So what he's saying is he's kind of compartmentalized his life. Here are the material desires. Here's my Krishna consciousness. I'm not going to let these material desires affect my Krishna consciousness. They're there. I don't like them, but I'm not going to give attention to them. I'm not going to let them get energized. It's just like, I don't like them. They're there. So I see this kind of like what I call the pebble in the shoe philosophy. So these desires, or these anarthas, are like a pebble in a shoe. It's uncomfortable, but it doesn't stop you from walking. You would be more comfortable if there was no pebble. So it's more of a botheration than a deviation. A lot of us see it as deviation, not a botheration. But better you see it as a botheration and just tolerate those material desires, anarthas, and then be fixed. And this is what I want to do. I want to do Krishna consciousness. So I'm not going to let anything stop it, whether it's a material desire or somebody outside of me. Nothing. I won't allow anything to stop it, because that desire, this is what he's saying, which is why I like this. He said, that desire to be Krishna conscious, it's like surrounded by a fence. And this other world of anarthas, or whatever is going on around me, that isn't conducive to Krishna consciousness, I'm not going to let it bother me. It's there, it's a botheration, it's a pebble in the shoe. Okay, so what? I want to be Krishna conscious. So his desire to be Krishna conscious basically is unaffected by his anarthas. It's just, they're there, it's a disturbance, but his desire isn't any weaker. In fact, you could say his desire is even stronger. Now, he ends this prayer by saying, I know someday, by your mercy, I will be Krishna conscious. That's what keeps him going. This is what I want, but I know by your mercy, I will get it. So I do not allow anything else to deter me. And I think it's a very important point. And we had discussed this maybe a month ago. Well, Prabhupada said an advanced devotee doesn't allow anything to deter him. It's just the way he is. So, you may have good reason for something to deter you, but you don't have good reason. You won't give it a good reason because the only thing you want is to be Krishna conscious. And if you want to be Krishna conscious, don't give good reasons for not being Krishna conscious because that doesn't help you. Now, this devotee, you could say he's got a lot of good reasons, a lot of anarthas, but he's not giving any credence to them. He isn't. It's just like, okay, this is just how it is, and that's how it is. And I'm not going to worry about it. I have Krishna's mercy. I want to be Krishna conscious. So let's get on with business and not worry about all this other stuff. This other stuff, it's just stuff. It's got to be there. I'm a conditioned soul. It's just what I got to deal with, but I'm not going to let it divert me or discourage me. This is beautiful, beautiful prayer.